ready as soon as we open up. Yes. Again, I haven't met her before, so I'm gonna be reading her behaviour and her body language all at the same time. And dogs generally like to jump on us, so what I do is I don't say stop and don't and try to push the dog away. As soon as yes. So let's just say I'm going to make this realistic, right? Like I come here to like, I don't know, fix things and do stuff and whatever we have to do. Yes. Already we're starting to get a response out of her, which is good. And if a dog jumps up onto you, just walk into their space. Don't try to walk away, because that's going to encourage them to come closer. Yes. Yeah. So again, I want to make this realistic. You're picking up food, you're fixing things up, you're getting things, whatever you've got to do. Yes. Good girl. When I come through. Now we're doing it slowly. You do not have to do that slowly all the time. This is me in like everyday normal life. I open the door, swing it open, you go do your thing. So I've excited her now. I walk into her space, claim it. See how she's trying to get through? Use your leg there. Yes. Now you can cheat and just throw the food on the floor and run through. Good. Nice. Good flow. Pick up some stuff, move some beds around, doing whatever you've got to do. Okay. And the idea is don't pat the dog for jumping on you. Tell them to sit before you give them the pat. Like you're going to give the dog a pat. But see how you move back, walk into her. Swing that door open, brace her, come on. Too easy. Yeah. Where the top of the line is, if I put pressure on this, it releases immediately. If you have it on where this bit of the lead comes up from underneath, it doesn't release. And then the dog's going to be choking on the end of it. We don't want that. So a little thing that I learned back in the day from my mentor, he says, looking at the lead, he says, you want it to be a P for proper. And if you're putting, this is all got to do with where the dog is. So we always keep the dogs on the left. So if you're going to put it on, just put it on this way where the P is representative of there. Where you do not want the Q represents not quite. That's a way to remember it. I remembered after 10 years, so it's stuck in my head. But basically, put your arm out for me, bro. When this is on the dog, and the dog like hits the end of it, like so put pressure on it, and then you come back to me, it releases immediately. Alright? Or if it's coming up from underneath, and the dog's pulling to another dog and it lets go, but obviously your arm's not as like thick as the dog's neck, but it could just stay in there, it's just not that good. Now obviously there's a stopper on these, and most of them I can see have stoppers. The stopper's good, but mainly if you're going to be holding the dog for a lot longer. If you're going to get from there to there, you may not think of putting a stopper. But if it was me, and if I'm still with you at all, I'd probably put it on and then make sure the stopper's all the way up, just so the dog doesn't slip out of it. That's the point of that little bit of leather there, yeah. So this is me. Ow! Bed. Oops. Bed. Yes. Very good. Yes. Because now what is she thinking? She's gone, leads on, doors open, why haven't we gone yet? And we want to change the routine for the dog so they become more focused on whoever's handling the leash rather than the operations of what we normally do. Lead, door, boom, dog. So then they see the lead and they're assuming they're going to see the dog, and they're already thinking about reacting and lunging before the dog's even present. Yes. She still stays on the bed. I reward. Okay. I release her off. Sit. Good girl. Full habit of mine is good. Lock that in. Look, that's just going to be your default now. Holding any leash, you want to lock it over that thumb. Such a simple little thing that gets you so much more control. That's good. Tell her to sit. 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 Good girl. You're done. Like, I'm over this now. I'm into other things. You're done. Well, but over the bed, not that. For example, she's gone. Over the thumb. That's it. That's the locking mechanism. It's like, I don't know if you explain. It's like a rope. Walk just to the second yellow bin and back. Pivot and turn. That's it. Very, very basic. Turn around again. Relax the leash now when you're walking, but keep walking though. It's not, I don't want constant tension. Turn around again. See how you're kind of meandering to the dog? I just want you to know, you're going here, then you turn. Drill this now with her and other dogs when you come, so this becomes second nature. I did this stuff and I had to think about what I was doing to teach it. So it has to become something that one of my mentors told me. Like here, I'm going to try to get her into that kennel there, right? So right now, all I want is short enough leash so she doesn't react. Again, we're not fixing her and training her right now. We've got to do a whole lot of other things, but right now, we just manage her. See when I turn, I just turn and she has to follow me. I don't want her getting close to that dog. So control it by having your hands closer to your body. When your hands are out there, we get pulled and it's not good for your shoulder joints and stuff. We want longevity of the industry, right? No? If it was me getting her from one kennel to the other, I'd probably do this for a minute or so just to get an opportunity to practice, but also so I can just improve it for tomorrow and then for next week. And then knowing her maybe next month too, I don't know. And see if that's locked in all the time. In between her, patch. So a different state of mind now. She's sniffing, she's looking for the dog. Sit. Good girl. We are not leaving the kennel. Okay. Who's next to me? Be aware that she's going to lunge at that dog. So you've got to know the dog and remember from yesterday what she was like. Come back in again. Good girl. This is what we're going to do. We're going to change it. We're going to walk out. Have a good adequate space in the dog. Always getting to having a walking dog closer to the wall over here. And the good thing about these kennels here is that they're not kennels on either side of each other. So don't let her, when as soon as she bends that head forward and starts staring, what's this dog's name? Next door? Okay. Yeah, and make sure because now you know the door opens this way. Yeah. I want her where you're standing. Yeah. You can lure her, grab a treat in your hand. Oh yes. No, you don't do that. No, just there. Just hold all the leash. Now how you have it?
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Bit of leash pressure. You're not going to hurt her. Turn her around. Good. Yeah. Just there. Tell her to sit. Just there.
Sit.
Good. Swing that door open. See, you just take one step forward. That's where I would have. See how she almost stripped you there. No. So excuse me. No. Go back up for a second. I come out again. So here, this is why that's so important. Let's say she grabbed that dog in between the gate. Now we're all screwed, right? So it's sit. Because now she's like, oh, I nearly got that dog. I nearly got the bar. Get her around. So here, you have to be in between her and the door. Okay. And we walk out. No, don't say excuse me to the dog. You tell her no or yes. No grey area. Yeah, straight up. There I can tell what she's going to do. Wasn't born yesterday.